Salma Yaqoob is a proud mother of 3 boys. She was born in Bradford West, and while she currently lives in Birmingham, she has been connected to Bradford for the last 40 years. From her brave campaigns against the illegal war in Iraq, to highlighting the plight of Palestine and Kashmir and the limitations of PREVENT, which is causing hatred against Muslims and Islam, she has been a fearless fighter for justice. Salma is a qualified psychotherapist with a degree in human and applied psychology, as well as a postgraduate diploma in counselling and psychotherapy. She currently works as a senior manager for a large NHS mental health trust. In 2006, she was elected as a city councillor to represent Sparkbrook Ward on Birmingham City Council, the largest local authority in Europe. Salma has challenged the political landscape of the UK, creating a step change in the way that Muslims, and particularly Muslim women, are viewed in society, whilst championing cohesion and promoting a society where everyone feels that they belong. Salma has received an honorary doctorate from Birmingham City University for her contribution to championing local communities and bringing unity at difficult times. Salma is a regular commentator in the media on current affairs. She regularly appears on television, BBC Question Time, Newsnight, The Big Questions, 10 o'clock live, and the list goes on. She also is a regular on the radio, writes newspaper articles. She speaks internationally on a wide range of subjects. Salma has addressed millions of peace rallies across the UK and participated in speaking tours and conferences in the US, in Canada, in France, in Italy, in Spain, in Lebanon, in Tunisia, in Iran, in Morocco. Shall I carry on, Salma? Over to Salma. Can we please give Salma a round?
I'm just conscious, I can't see anybody from I can't see you if I stand there. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for your very warm welcome. Well, they did say it was a wild, wild west here, and you can't predict anything. But I have to say that what I just witnessed really crystallises what's wrong at the moment. So I'm just going to speak to you as I'm feeling right now. So I would say to Muslim Women's Council, with respect, that when there is an election time on, you should invite all the candidates.
Yeah.
I know it's not Muslims, but in the Banda period there is that protocol, and I feel really sad that now the story will be this, and I would rather you were not subject to that, because I know that you guys do fantastic work, and it hurts me. To hear Naz Shah accuse this organisation of being prejudiced or anti-Christian in any way, and that also encapsulates for me the approach that's been taken by the leadership in this city. They're happy to take votes, but then they're also happy to actually emphasise and reinforce the very stereotypes that are holding this city back. And there is this climate of fear, of censorship. I noticed even...
There's somebody taking photos and filming. Can you please put that away? We did say... Well, everybody.
You know, it's a good thing that people are passionate. That's one of the reasons I've come here. Because this is a tale of two cities. On the one hand, you have a deep frustration. That's what I have experienced. People literally came in their carloads to Birmingham, because yeah, I do live in Birmingham, saying, Salma, please stand. Please stand. And I'm like, why are you coming to Birmingham to ask me to stand there? Yeah, I have my relatives and my khalas and my mamus, and I grew up on the cobbled streets of Manningham, and we used to go to the fair every year, and I love it. And my cousins are all here, and I just have that connection. But come on, you've got talent, and I know that because I was here in the 2012 election, and there was a spring. There was, let's not deny that. Let's not rewrite history. People people came out who had never been interested in politics because they thought they were about to break those chains of suffocation. I'll tell you what those chains are. It's a party system. We live in England. We have a precious democracy, right? People literally died so that we could have the freedom to choose who represents us and to be our voice in the corridors of power. But over the years, something rotten has sunk in. And sadly, now, there's no conspiracy theories now, guys, because I know what Bradford's like. I'm sure that was just a genuine error. So we have this passion, we have this frustration. It's almost been a one-party state here, right? With the Labour Party. And I believe in Labour values. When I founded Respect, it was because there was New Labour there, which, with all due respect, for me was Tory light. There was no opposition, there was just reinforcement. And so for Respect, for me, quite frankly, was about having a party on the platform that Jeremy Corbyn is standing on today. And I'm here because I want to strengthen people like Jeremy. And it hurts me when you have the demographics, the poverty, the real issues, and we're seeing a bit of Punch and Judy politics, which I really want to avoid, but I want to still address the issues that need to be addressed. That sadly there is a Labour representative in this constituency who, when it mattered, when she should have opposed the Tory cuts, which are literally taking away food from children's mouths, 30,000 children in Bradford are on the breadline, are actually not eating enough. This is the 4th richest country in the world. 40% of children in Bradford West are living below the poverty line. And so those benefits are critical. And actually, it's not that they're all unemployed families. 70% of those people who are on benefits are actually working, but they're not getting enough wages to feed their families. And so to blame those people and to abstain in a crucial vote because the leader at that time, Harriet Harman, said we're going to abstain from opposing the Tory cuts. Jeremy Corbyn found the guts to oppose the party whip at that time, but sadly your Labour MP didn't. And when Jeremy Corbyn stood for leadership, it was your Labour MP who was on national TV, on Channel News, undermining him, attacking him, saying that he's not a good leader. So the irony is this: I am here standing as an independent candidate, but I tell you this, if I get elected, it will be Jeremy Corbyn's policies which I will... And the serious issue about demonisation, because it's easy to fall in line with the narrative of the establishment. And I see the fear, the chair's getting worried that people are, expressing emotion. We've all got to behave ourselves because people might think badly of us. In certain Tory villages, I'm sure, George, you can agree with me, you would be desperate to have this kind of political engagement. Don't tell me Muslims are not interested in democracy. Is that not true?
That's true. It's true.
People did not come to disrupt. They were frustrated because they wanted to be in here listening to 2 women. So don't tell me the Bradford men are not supporting the Muslim women. We need a politics of unity, not division. And Naz is not in this room, and I still want to say this. I respect Naz. Naz is a daughter of Bradford. Anybody who's in the public eye gets it from every which way. And so whatever our political differences, I want each and every person, whatever political persuasion you have, to ensure that we conduct this on political lines, because this is what this is about. Because me and Naz are daughters of Bradford. And you should be proud. You should be proud that you have two women who are standing on a platform to represent you, and you have the choice. This is a positive thing. But I don't want it just to be about that, because as I said, my background is not of relevance when it comes to my stance on economic policies. I unapologetically oppose the Tory cuts. It's the greedy bankers who brought the disaster to this country. They were bailed out, their heads didn't roll, and it's the poorest and most vulnerable, those who do not have political power, who are being told that you have to pay the price. This is an ideological choice. When they want to go to war, when they want to find 50 billion for a Brexit, which nobody had anticipated, they'll find it. They won't say we can't afford it, because we can. This is a pretense. And that's why it's time to wake up. Because there are political choices. And the first time in a generation, I'm proud that a mainstream party, the Labour Party, bar the infighting, and I'm not surprised from what I've seen here now, the internal divisions, that across the country people are having a choice. I support the Progressive Alliance. I'm supporting Labour candidates in some constituencies, Greens in others, because I don't want a Tory government with a huge majority saying they've got a mandate for the kind of policies that they are imposing on people. And with the first past the post system, a minority of people who vote will end up still with a ruling government. But Bradford, we know there's been years of neglect. Years of neglect, year after year, we're used to it. I'm not going to bore you with the figures about the lack of their education. I'm not going to bore you with the figures about employment. Because the fact is, it's not because the children of Bradford are thick, or the families in Bradford don't care and don't have aspirations. It's the leaders who are responsible, who are complacent, and have not done their job because there has not been any transparency or accountability, because elected representatives are still quiet. And I promise you that I will be fearless in defending the communities. At the same time, I'll be fearless in challenging from within. Because this is not about pandering. But when people are unfairly accused, when people are unfairly demonised, and I also include in that the white working class communities who don't get a look in some political areas now, because they don't have a brotherly. They are voiceless. And I'm here to be a voice for everybody. Men, women, young people, old people, black, white, Asian, religious, non-religious, I don't care what all human beings. And I want to bring a message of hope. I will finish on this. Bradford is fantastic. And if I am elected as your representative, I will challenge authorities, but I will also champion what's great about Bradford.